Welcome to the All About TRH podcast, aka All About the Truth. On today's episode, we cover part 2 of the Vanderpump Rules reunion, and we talk why Lisa Vanderpump is probably not needed anymore. We also talk the Summer House reunion and why we can't seem to agree on the Lindsay Danielle drama. Hi, Chantal.
Hey, Roxanne.
Good morning.
Morning, girl.
So we were actually supposed to record last night, and Chantal texted me, and she's like, why couldn't you record last night?
I went to like Grand Rapids all day. So that's like imagine a 5-6 hour drive. And then I came home and then I was like, I had to work out, eat. And then I was just like, I don't feel like having to sit down and watch Vanderpump Live because it came out at 9. I ended up watching it at 9.
Yeah.
But then like after, I was just exhausted. But yeah.
And then this morning, I'm like, all right, let's do it. We woke up extra early, and Chantal's like, I actually didn't charge my phone. Can you give me 10 minutes? And I'm like, you're a mess. So that's that.
My charger's broken, so I've been like, yeah.
I have like 700 chargers on deck.
I'm so cheap about chargers. Like, I need just to go and get a new one.
Yeah, which is the craziest thing because you could get a charger anywhere.
I know, but like, I want the Apple one.
Okay. There's Apple certified on Amazon. Okay. But it was so funny because we asked you guys if you guys forward like the beginning portion, basically when we kind of just chit chat. And I think there was like 2 of you who were like, I do forward it. And I was like, oh,
it was fun. It was funny when I saw that. I'm like, thanks for the honesty.
Yeah, right.
Question mark.
Like, right. Like we didn't really expect people to like really tell us, which so many of you were like, no, I love it. But then those 2, I was like, okay, well, thank you for the feedback. But that was funny.
This is for you guys. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't really have anything to say. I want to kind of dive into stuff. It's so weird because I'm not like as invested in Vanderpump Rules like the rest of the world is, but I feel like it's because I'm constantly seeing stuff, and there's been 7,842 podcasts since this whole thing broke of like, Sheena and Lala and Jax now, just everyone talking about it. So it's like we know everything. So on today's episode, we're obviously talking about Vanderpump Rules and Summer House. And I will say I'm so excited to talk about Summer House, but Vanderpump Rules, I mean, we'll start with that. I don't know. I'm just like not that invested in it, but I think it's because we know everything. Producers kind of let them already like tell their story and do it their way on their podcast, all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm invested in the story still, but I think it's like you said, we've seen everything, but we still haven't seen Raquel and Rachel's side. So that one I was excited about. But then, of course, the whole episode, they don't even show her. They show her right at the end.
So
and then so it's like I feel like next episode might be good when they get to unleash on Raquel.
For me, part 2 reunion of Vanderpump Rules is showing me that everyone on the cast is realizing they don't need Lisa Vanderpump anymore, and they're making it obvious.
Well, she said like really weird things, and I did not enjoy her commentary on tonight's episode.
I think she was trying to be funny, and it didn't land because it's like not the time to be funny.
I mean, she said that like maybe Sheena slapped her. Like, girl, this is a like ongoing lawsuit where like this girl's so distraught. Why would you even say that? She maybe even slapped her. Like, just sit down and don't say anything. You don't even know what happened.
Right. Yeah. I feel like she's gonna get a lot of backlash. So the pulled the IUD out the day you found out Stassi pregnant. Oh my God, sending me like, I mean, like, yeah, okay, like I'm gonna get bad feedback for this, but I mean, like he had to have known something that he would say that. Like, let's take away the Tom Sandoval, the Rachel stuff. I feel like if he said that before and none of like his crap happened, everyone would be like, oh, I can see that with Lala.
Yeah, maybe she was jealous that Stassi had a baby. Is that what he's implying, or got pregnant? It's like,
yeah, like he's implying. Yeah, no, he's implying that the second she found out that Stassi was pregnant, she wanted to get pregnant too because she was like basically jealous about it.
Yeah, he's wild for saying that. I couldn't even catch it at first, so I literally had to ask someone like, "Wait, what did he say about Stassi?" Like that was just crazy.
I feel like Lala didn't hear it either.
Yeah, it was really hard to hear. It's just crazy in general that he is the one that is getting so much heat, but he just keeps coming and coming and coming. He won't stop talking.
I think he's like,
He loves the
because
attention.
yes, absolutely, he thrives off of it. Bad, good attention, like he's one of those. But I feel like he wanted to say his opinion, but like I kind of think he should still be able to say his opinion. But anytime he said his opinion, they would be like, "Oh, really? You're not want to talk? Stop talking." And I'm like, "Oh my god."
If it came to like relationships, like shut up, just shut up,
But
like just sit there like
everything, anything
Schwartz.
he said, I don't
Yeah,
know.
like this IUD thing was kind of like, oh wow.
Yeah, he shouldn't have said, but I could totally see that actually happening, I will say. I feel like when Lala recalls her relationship with Randall, she's trying to switch what actually happened, but then we see a 2018 footage of her saying that the first time she hung out with Randall, he hit it and they were inseparable. But then she tried to tell everyone that's not what happened. And that maybe it's because she has like a kid now and she feels like that wasn't like the classy thing to say. But I was like, you can't rewrite what you said.
I feel like Lala's not that much of a liar though. Like she'll tell it how it is.
But
So,
she said it in 2018 and now
but
she's like,
but she
"Oh,
was
well no, this is what
yeah, but she's
happened."
saying like when the first time they actually like went on a date, he hit it instead of
I
saying like the first
mean,
time they met. Because I don't know. I just
so
think the whole Lala and Randall situation, like there's so much drama with that, and it doesn't get talked about that much, in my
yeah,
opinion. And there's
because
so much going on.
I feel like it would have had this situation not happened.
Yeah, that's so true.
Then Lisa calls out James for getting with Kristen to get on the show, and he says he was 21, not 40, like Tom. And I mean, valid point.
Yeah, like you're just young and like want to do whatever you
I
can, I
know.
guess.
Yeah, exactly. And didn't Raquel do the exact same thing? I feel like
Pro-
she did that. And then I feel like the new girlfriend did that too. So I don't know. It's all wild. People like really are obsessed with fame. And I don't know. I don't think it's cracked out to be what they think it is, but okay. And back to Lala. She says if something is too good to be true, then it is. And I'm truly confused why she would ever think Randall Emmett was too good to be true to begin with.
because
Very
he had
scary.
money.
Exactly, like,
Hmm.
really? There's nothing about him. First off, majority of his movies suck. Like, he probably has a couple good ones, but he's not like this person where you're like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, his movies are great." No, and especially, like, his, like, last 30 movies, I feel like have bombed,
I
but
couldn't
okay.
even name you one, but I'm sure if you told me them, I'd be like, I've never watched it.
Yeah. He does a lot with Bruce Willis, but I like Bruce Willis, but whatever. They go on a lunch break and Tom runs to Raquel's trailer. Sandoval says they are making us out to be a pathological liar. Raquel, she's unwell. Like, she isn't all the way
She's,
there because she's like, we're not. Besides the affair, we've never lied. And it's like, that is
oh
the
my
biggest lie. That
God.
means you have to lie after lie after lie after lie for months if you're hiding an affair.
I'm like lost for words when it
I
comes to Raquel,
know.
honestly. Like everything that she did in this episode, I really like, if I was her parents, I'd be like, where did we go wrong?
I know. Raquel's now pissed at Sandoval for being intimate with his girlfriend,
This
saying,
was so funny.
yeah, she's like, you told me otherwise. But again, Raquel, it doesn't matter what he told you. She was your best friend. You saw that he was still with her. So I'm confused, like, where she's going here.
You are the side piece. Like, did you think that you guys had
Right.
the relationship and he owes you the loyalty? Like, and like the way that you're
Oh
mad,
my
don't you see why other
gosh.
people would be mad?
Tom says that Ariana started being nice, and Raquel says, you never broke up with her. And it's like, yes, we established that, and you knew that, and you saw he wasn't breaking up with her and was still living with her, and you were still okay with it. Tom says maybe we should have broken up earlier, and she laughs. And it's like, what am I watching, and how are they allowing this?
And wait, did you see the fact that like he was like, and then one time she told me she loved my outfit.
I
And so then
know.
so you're such a narcissist that like because she's feeding you compliments, then you want to F her or you love her again.
God, those type of people are just exhausting, draining that they need that. Like, go love yourself. If you love it, that's all that matters.
What delusional world are we living on? I don't know.
I know. Tom request said he wants to have a real conversation with Raquel off camera. Poor Patrick, the producer. He's trying to explain if you're, in grounds together, we have to record you. And Sandoval's like, I don't want a camera on my face. And it's like, okay, well then wait until you go home, dude. It's not that serious.
Because you know
You're
why?
fighting with a
He
producer.
wanted to coach her. He like realized like everything they were trying to do to him out there. So he's like, okay,
Yeah,
new game plan. Like I know the strategy now. Like he wanted to be able to tell her what to say.
I can see that. So Allie, she was a fan
Oh
James'
my, this
girlfriend.
is, I didn't know this. This is very scary stuff now.
Yeah, she watched all the seasons 2 years prior, and I don't know how I feel about Allie and James. I feel like James needs to be with someone more mature because you can't have someone who is naive and James together. It's not a good combo.
Yeah, we already saw what happened. I don't get how you can watch the show, see James for his all he's
Right.
done, and be like, that's the guy I want to date.
That's how you know that people are obsessed with fame. Like they just want to be famous, especially if she's like from LA, which I forgot if she is. But I do think that people just really, they're like, this is cool. Like it'd be so cool to date him. And it's like, good luck with that. Okay. Have so much fun.
Do you like Allie? Like, what do you feel about her?
I don't like, I feel like she's very naive. And I feel like, she also tried to get on the show. And it's like, I'm over it. I'm over it. And I feel like he should be dating someone. He's like 30 years old, right?
Yeah,
I don't think she's like 30, right?
I think she's a few years younger than him.
I just want him to date someone his age or even like a little bit older. I don't know. I just feel like he needs someone mature who can like check him
Yeah.
and not this. When Sheena was talking about marrying Brock for the green card, the whole time Katie is making faces. So I truly can never see Sheena and Katie having this like authentic friendship. I know right now they might because of everything that happened, but I don't see it.
I feel like she's like low key jealous sometimes.
That Katie is.
Yeah.
I feel like Katie didn't say one word this
I
entire
know.
episode.
She really didn't. This like I don't think she literally talked this whole entire
If
episode.
this was the Real Housewives, Katie would have been fired like 10 seasons ago, just so you guys know. Andy asked Sheena whether she punched Raquel, and Sheena says she can't say anything until their court date. Andy asked Sandoval what he thinks happened, and it was like a very long pause. I legit was covering my eyes because I really didn't want him to tell us Raquel's side of things because I feel like Sheena and him were real friends, and I didn't want him to be in the middle of that. But then he does. He says he doesn't want to mess up his relationship with Sheena, and then Ariana's like, "You have no relationship with Sheena," and I feel like Ariana should have just shut up because that then gave Sandoval the comfort to go through with what he heard. And then he says that he'll take a polygraphic test and that he heard Sheena tell Ariana on speakerphone that she punched Raquel in the face. And I believe that she 1,000,000% punched Raquel in the face.
I think she says what she like did is like that she like slapped her. Like she keeps trying like right
I
now,
don't
like
believe that at
no,
all.
even right now with her whole like her nail situation. You have you seen my nails? My nails are pretty long. They're not as long as her. I can't form a fist really either. So like her, it's like an Elle Woods moment where she's like, I can't like it's something like beautified that she's saying I can't do
Right, but
something. It's
having to like do that and prove that and like, see, look, I can't like you can just tell. I mean, Ariana was getting really defensive. She's saying he's lying, but I think Ariana kind of had to act that way because I mean, Sheena did that for Ariana,
I
and
can
because
believe
she
she
was
said
her.
it because, like, you know, in the moment, like, I punched her, but like, you really just like, and then when you really got served, you really just slapped her.
Yeah, I don't know. I believe that she punched her. Sheena tells Sandoval to stop talking. That's what I'm saying. They were all like, stop talking. Then Lala gets involved. It's clear as day that Sheena did say that what you just said, and everyone is trying to protect her, which I also get. Andy gives Sheena a dismissal of the restraining order. And okay, this season actually did make me like Sheena, but you could tell like she really does feel betrayed and heartbroken over all of this.
And how is, sorry,
Oh,
wow. And how is Rachel not
oh, why don't you
crying?
take a sip of water,
No,
mama?
I'm good. I'm good. And how is like Rachel not crying?
Yeah, no, she was like,
Because
I
I
wish
was
it.
getting emotional for them. Like I obviously didn't cry, but I was just like, oh my, like everyone was starting to cry when like she's explaining what she's been through and like what this did to her, and she's not even like 1 second like showing any emotion.
No, she's literally like mentally
And she's like,
ill.
maybe I should have wrote her an apology letter too.
Yeah. No, she is like, she does this weird stuff where she smiles and she's definitely a sociopath, like we've said. It's really
Yeah.
weird. When Raquel is talking to Andy, she's still again smiling. And then she goes on this rant that Ariana never questioned her or Tom. And Andy is like, it sounds like you're blaming her. And she's like, that was my mindset. And it's like, I'm sorry that she fucking trusted her best friend and her boyfriend.
Literally crazy girl alert.
But I will say that I would have questioned absolutely everything. I would have been like, all right, it's too much now. Like, it's making me uncomfortable. I don't care how confident I am. I'd be like, it's too much. Like, I don't get it. You're not her like dad. You're not like, I know you try to be like, well, I want to offer her good advice or whatever it was. Like, it's too much.
I think the way that when she should have started questioning things was that when they started hanging out alone in any circumstance. It's like she knows, like, I would have trusted her, but it's like every time you and Brock were with her, you were there. It was never just Brock and her alone.
That's weird.
So weird.
Anything else about Vanderpump Rules? I mean, like, you guys, it's so hard for me to watch this because I'm like, okay, I've already listened to like 700 of their podcasts talking about all these details.
No, I mean, I don't really have anything else. I mean, yeah, it was funny seeing Tom Schwartz pop a Xanax when she was coming out, and he
Oh
has nothing to do with
yeah.
it.
Oh
So
my
it's like,
gosh.
yeah, I don't know. I think next episode, it's like something happens, like they reveal something that happened, so it might be interesting, or it just might be like producers editing
Ugh,
it.
yeah, I hate that stuff. To be continued, but you guys, Summer House. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm just so into Summer House and I'm actually very excited to talk about it.
I'm so into it that I don't write notes, and I'm just like loving watching it.
I know. Well, I mean, people were like so obsessed with you on our last episode talking about Summer House. They're like, "Go off, Chantel." And I'm like, okay. I mean, for me, obviously, me and Chantel are going to be disagreeing this whole time, but I thought they were so mean to Lindsay on Summer House. I will say I couldn't stand Sierra last season, but she wasn't as annoying on the reunion. But also, there was no point for Sierra either.
She didn't bring anything this season, and it shows
Yeah.
it. And even at the reunion, it shows that like you're just Paige's side piece, and you guys keep like the one thing me and you will agree on is that the way they kept like smirking at each other. Like I did want to punch
The
them. Like
facial.
yeah,
Oh
like
my
either talk
gosh.
or don't. Like don't give me those
Right.
like side breath comments and like all these things. Like
I hate when they do that.
And
Like
Paige did
people.
talk a lot, but it was like the 3 out of the 100 times she made a face, and it's like enough, Paige. Like
The
she was starting to
rolling
piss me
eyes.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, every single girl's look was a no-no style-wise. Like, even like I didn't think one person, I didn't like anyone's look.
I loved Amanda's look. Amanda's hair, I would do that hair. I loved her outfit. I loved it. Paige was very boring. Like I'm
Oh my
shocked she
gosh,
did that.
Paige, that was not cute. I think it, and which is crazy because she, acts like she's so obsessed with style. I have no idea what the hell Sierra was wearing. Maya has absolutely zero style. Lindsay usually brings it, absolutely did not. But yeah, I will say you're so right about Amanda. I just think Amanda's like very like I just like her girl next door type of look.
She's
And I
clean girl aesthetic. Like that's
yes,
she
exactly.
tries to like be like a Hailey Bieber kind of.
Okay, ew,
No,
but
she does.
I don't see that at
Like
all.
the
But
slick back hair, very minimal makeup, like that clean girl look.
yeah, like I mean, she's just so natural and she's confident, so good for her. I mean, I just think I don't know, like I think the way she does herself makes her beautiful. But on the episode, I want you guys to know that I actually like Paige outside of this drama with Lindsay. But oh my God, like we were saying, I could not stand Paige in this reunion at all. And then Maya to me has absolutely no relevance on the show.
But
I
she
don't
was
know.
like, I think she's so upset with this Carl thing, so that's why she feels that she can talk because her and Carl last year were such boys and good friends, and they had each
I don't
other.
care. That was like one summer is
I
two
know.
months. It's not that serious. The fact that she's still on the show makes absolutely zero sense. I really want to know producer's mindset on why she's on the show. She brings nothing. And what we failed to even bring up on the season finale is that we hear Maya on the season finale tell Oliver that she is mic'd. But here they are calling Lindsay and Carl fake, and then she doesn't want to talk to him because she's mic'd. She brings absolutely zero. And she is the type of person, if they were on a relationship, she would act fake and she
Yeah.
would be like, let's not, when we're mic'd, I don't want to like talk about anything. And Oliver was never into her. He was into like the show. He was into this summer house. He was never even into her. She really doesn't have much of a personality. I'm sorry.
Oh wow. I
She
do I
doesn't.
do agree with you with the fact that if she didn't find out that he cheated 11 times apparently, like she would never have said anything at the reunion. She'd have left it.
Never.
She'd have like if she really was so obsessed with him and didn't find that all out, she probably would have like covered the one time and said,
Yeah.
we're working through it. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so then Andy, he asked Danielle like what her intention is for tonight, and she doesn't take any accountability for how she was throughout the season. But she
I
said,
don't think she needs to.
okay,
But keep going.
she said she hated seeing Lindsay's face. It hated seeing you act miserable about the fact that Carl wanted to propose to Lindsay. She literally screamed into a pillow in frustration when Carl said he was looking at rings. I'm sorry, hashtag biggest hater ever.
I mean, okay, the proposal, the reaction to the proposal party night, she should take accountability for, and I hope she does because that was very scary. But everything else,
She
no.
didn't. She didn't. They did ask about that, and she absolutely did not. And then Lindsay didn't make a good point that said, Danielle acts like this when people are engaged. And again,
But that was
hashtag
such a
hater
low no,
vibes.
that was such a low blow. Like she just is real. Maybe she's just real about it. Like she saw Amanda and homeboy literally what's his name right now?
Kyle,
Kyle.
the fuck?
Amanda and Kyle fight every single year, so many cheating rumors and then get
So
engaged.
what?
I know, but she's just more realistic. She's probably just like, damn, whoa, like damn, and like they probably talk shit about them all the time. So she can't
No,
be
she
fake.
wants to
She
be
can't be
married
fake.
so badly. And she is someone who she's like, I want to be engaged. Like, why? How can they get engaged and they have the worst relationship? And I'm this great catch and I can't. Like, no,
No,
I'm
I
like,
don't think that's true.
Danielle says, if it's over, it'll be over. And I'm like, yeah, Danielle, it's definitely over. Lindsay said over summer they weren't hearing each other and that she wants to have an open dialogue. And I agree because I kid you not, the way that I viewed it is Danielle had 5 conversations with Lindsay and would say how she feels. And then Lindsay would respond, and Danielle would have this stank face and say, Lindsay, why are you being so defensive? And then she would literally not allow Lindsay to speak or walk away.
No.
Okay. I really feel like you guys, there's just no way. Like I know Chantel. I feel like Chantel was doing her hair and like blow drying her hair or something
No,
while she
I'm
watched Summer
telling you, I
House.
don't like Lindsay. I only like them together. I don't
No.
she's not a good person. She's a very selfish person. It's very clear from
That's fine.
all the
Okay,
things.
you were
And
you
in
were
the
best friends
situation
with a selfish person. So
and
why now?
yeah, and then look how the one person that had your back, you turn on it. All because she
No.
spoke her truth.
Lindsay literally in those 5 conversations with Danielle, like she said, I'm going to be better. I'm going to do like, you're right. Maybe I did it. Maybe this, like, I would love you to have a conversation. Like she said
And I do think
all
they
these
were gonna turn a
things.
corner. I really do think they were
But
gonna turn
then
a
guess what
corner.
happened? Then all of a sudden they go to Lindsay and Carl's apartment. And Danielle's fucking salty as hell. They have this beautiful apartment. And so what does Danielle do? Even though they just had this talk, she brings up all this shit, says that I'm allowed to think this is weird. Okay, you guys already had your conversation.
But
I'm confused here.
Roxanne, you're such a liar though, because if right now we saw one of our friends or our cousins that are in Delusionalville that go and buy this like $15,000 sky rise, and we know they don't have money probably to afford it, and it's like they're in La La Land, we would talk so much shit. So it's like,
Okay, me and you would talk shit. Like I wouldn't like
and
sit
so
there and be
she can
like,
talk shit to her
oh.
friend. She's telling her to her face, like,
No, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
she
Okay, well, I
is.
don't, Chanel, I could never see you say any of that to your friends. How about that? Like, Chanel has like
Because
a
I
group of
wouldn't
circle.
care. I
She would
wouldn't care.
never, ever say
Because
any of
me
that shit to
personally,
them.
I wouldn't care.
Yeah, see, okay.
But if she cares and she wants to speak that, she should. She should be able to with her
Okay.
friend.
Paige is pissed because she thinks Lindsay and Carl leaked something about Craig. And
Oh,
she's like,
she's so mad about something with
yeah,
Craig.
and please. And she's like, bloggers, show us what you say to them. Lindsay and Carl deny it. And I think if Paige had something, she would have shared it, but she
No,
didn't.
but I do think I believe Paige more than I believe those two.
I don't know. I mean, Craig is a fucking mess. Like, you're dating Craig. Please stop.
I know,
It's
man.
a,
She really needs to break up with
I know.
him.
You guys, I like, again, I like Paige out of like outside of this Lindsay stuff. I cannot believe that Paige is dating Craig. I really can't. It does not make sense to me at all. It doesn't add up. You can tell that she's going to die with him once they start living with each other for real. And it isn't like this like 4-day getaway and then you leave and I have a break from you. Once they start living with each other, she's going to be like, okay, he's too much. I cannot keep up. And then if he does move to New York for her, he's going to throw that in her face 700 times.
I
And she's going to be
know.
like, okay, then go back. They will
Yep.
never work. They will never work. Um, Now they talk about the cheating rumor from back then, and they talk about production. And now Kyle says he was too quick to forgive Lindsay, and it's like, what the f? Why are we talking about this? Kyle says through the years that Lindsay knew about this before getting to the house in the summer. They said that Lindsay waited to bring this up on his birthday weekend and timed it with producers. And here's the thing: prior to beginning any season, Bravo stars talk to producers. They update them on what's going on in their life, what they've heard, all these things, because Bravo also wants to know that you have something to offer in the summer or on the Real Housewives. So I mean, it's really normal. And majority of the time they have something and they'll wait for the right moment to bring it up. Carl did check Kyle and he was like, dude, you're the one who cheated. So just like be upset with yourself, not Lindsay, for putting it out there. And also, we all know that Paige and Amanda would never ever go and tell Lindsay this off camera had Carl cheated.
But it was Lindsay and Kyle. It wasn't Lindsay and Amanda. So it's like they were friends. They were actual genuine friends. They started the house together before anybody. You know, it's not like it's like the
But it
Real
doesn't matter.
Housewives.
Kyle's talked so much shit about Lindsay like throughout the season. So what does that matter? Kyle's like fought with Lindsay a million times and they're friends. Kyle's called out Lindsay many times throughout the season and they're friends.
Yeah, both of them have. But then you're gonna go and tell them this rumor that which wasn't ended up being true. This particular one
sounded like it was true. Carl was like, I mean, you did cheat, so whatever.
I think he was saying before, like you've cheated.
No, I
yeah,
think he was
no,
saying,
it wasn't
like,
this one wasn't. Like they asked the girl and she said no, they didn't.
I don't know, because then he literally checked her to the point that Kyle was like, I don't even know. But
because he has cheated, so it's like, why are you even arguing about it? Like, shut up, Kyle. Like, you have cheated in the past, so just shut up.
I also want to point out that I actually really like Gabriella and I do like Sam. I think they are a great addition. I feel like
Ew, you are so up far Lindsay's ass because the
No.
yes, you are so.
No, I'm
what
not.
do they bring?
Oh, I like them.
Sam's annoying. The other one hasn't even talked. She's like another like no.
No, actually, like, okay, if I had to choose over Gabriella and Sam, I would choose Gabriella. I actually like Gabriella. I feel like they should be back. And I don't like, okay, with Paige and with all of them, they literally sit in their bed and they like are dirty as hell and they just like lay on their bed.
Yeah, so
okay,
true.
for the most part. So it's like, I don't like that. So whatever. Sam finds this relationship with this probably fuck boy. It's probably, I don't know. Hopefully it does work out.
I do want to see some of them come back because it is annoying that we get like 4 new people every single time and then like we don't see them again.
I don't want new people. I like them. And I feel like Sierra blew Gabriella off and I don't understand why. It's very weird to me. Like
that
was very weird to me.
Very weird.
Yeah, like okay, you took Maya in right when she came, but you're not taking Gabriella or Sam in.
They all
she didn't
cry.
Talk to Sam.
They all cry when they're the first people and like no one talks to them, but it's like, okay, then give it back to them. Like be nice to them.
Yeah, that is such a good point. And I just like that they're like I like that they're neutral. Like they're not like picking sides. Like they like Lindsay, but they also like the other girls. And then Sierra just wrote off Gabriella. And I don't even think that Sierra even talked to Sam either.
Oh yeah.
Anytime Lindsay would talk, Danielle would make faces. Andy asks what the newbies think of Lindsay and Carl. And Sam says they were really happy and they love seeing that. And Paige is literally just rolling her eyes. And I wanted to like knock her out.
Yeah, because she basically is thinking like they're being fake, which I don't think so. I really do think they love each other. I really do think that they are going to get married and they probably will last as long as like Carl is, sober. But
right.
So yeah, I think that's rude.
You know what to me was the most disappointing part when it came to Danielle? That you could see how she went and told the mean girl crew everything that Lindsay has ever told her in confidence. And that's the worst type of person. Danielle was never a friend to Lindsay if she's going to tell people who don't like her things that were said in confidence. And yes, I mean, I outside of this feud with Lindsay. And I'm surprised that Paige is coming for Lindsay again this season because she gets so much backlash for doing this last year. And she already brought up how Lindsay treated her when she first came to the house and they settled it. And as you can see this season, Lindsay was amazing both to Sam and Gabriella. So why are we talking about this again when I thought they had moved on?
I mean, you clearly know she can't stand her. So any moment she can get, finally, she's going to go after her.
Yeah.
That's not going to make her look bad.
Also,
and right now it's attack Lindsay, but.
Yeah. Also, Paige does talk about how Lindsay knew about her proposal. And honestly, I think everyone, for the most part, has an idea when it's going to happen, especially if you've been with each other or dated each other for a long time. Like towards the end, Chantel thought she was getting proposed to every day.
But then own it, like own it and just say, yeah, I had a feeling. Like, why are you like, I think that's where she gets so mad. It's like, they're so fake. It's just own it. Like, well, you had no idea. It's like, you knew, like I literally knew. I woke up the day I was like, my mom's getting ready, why is she getting ready? I texted you, I was like, dude, like
you called me, you were like,
yeah, I was like, okay, today's the day, like I got my hair curled, okay, like it's weird to know, like I wish I didn't know, but it's like people make it obvious. So
yeah, I know for my proposal, like I had 2 dresses and we were in St.
This is really
Lucia.
funny.
Wait, we were in St. Lucia. I don't know what you think I'm about to say, by the
Because he
way,
told
but
you to wear the white
oh
one.
yeah, so we were
Yeah.
in St. No, but we were in St. Lucia, and I was like, he didn't propose. It had been like 5 days, and I remember texting Chantel, and I was like, "What the fuck? Like, we're in St. Lucia, and we had just like signed on a house or something. I'm pretty sure." And I was because we got a house a year before we got married, and well, we bought it at least. I didn't live there, but we bought it. He lived there, which like, ew. See, this is like about our culture that
Yeah.
bothers me because I'm pretty sure I was fucking paying for the rent too, and like our parents are
The
like, no, we can't,
mortgage.
or the mortgage, yeah, not the rent, the mortgage, and our parents are like, no, you can't live there, and I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Like I'm literally like paying for the mortgage, and I can't live there. Like we were splitting it or whatever, and anyways, so yeah, like I text Chantel and I was like, what a joke. Like we're at the perfect place. Like I cannot believe he's not gonna propose to me. Like I am so sad right now. Like it's so hard for me to have a good time. And keep in mind we were together for a really long
And
time.
I knew he was going to do it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And so yeah, I was so upset and like then like toward the last day we were going to this like where do we go? We went to this he
You guys
proposed
went
to me
to a
at the most beautiful place.
volcano.
No, it wasn't like a volcano. It was like this crazy mountain where you like go
Oh,
up a
okay.
trail and it has like this beautiful scenery. St. Lucia's beautiful. Like I would love to go back in their food downtown or wherever it was. Unreal. Anyways, so I'm like, damn, what should I wear? And I was like, like, should I wear this like it was like a black and white dress or this white dress? And he was like, this white dress. And I was like, okay, I'll wear the white dress. So it's like, obviously, I protect, like, I was like, I didn't say, like, why are you proposing? But like in my heart of heart, I knew that. But yeah, but I'm pretty sure when people ask me, I was like, no, I really didn't know. So I just think you're just like, okay, I don't know. So, but yeah, I get what you're saying where you're like, own it.
Yeah, if I'm on a reality show, own it. Like when you're in front of your fiance and you don't want to get him sad that you knew, like, oh yeah, I was so surprised, but
Yeah.
you're on a reality show. Like people see it. People know.
Yeah, I mean, oh, but and then Paige was so bothered that People Magazine shared photos of the engagement and thinks
But
Lindsay
Paige
knew.
did say, she's like, listen, like she's never came to me one time in her life and asked me about an outfit. And she's asking me today. Like it's like she knew.
I
That
could
was
look
weird. That's out
I
of
could
character.
yeah, so I could look back and I could tell that Lindsay knew. Like I could tell that she was acting like, okay, so what are we gonna, unless she usually acts like that, but I don't know. I felt like producers set her up to look like she knew. So there was absolutely no surprise there. But I also think like
It's
when a guy,
okay.
yeah, when a guy like is doing a proposal, they're freaking the hell out. Chantel's fiance was, oh my God, about it. There was like a month of change plans and just they have so much anxiety over this and it's like the one thing that they do in life and it's like the anxiety that they have is very crazy and I don't know, I just felt like she absolutely did know. I mean, I don't know where I was going with it, but I do think that she did know and I think she could have just like said it, but I mean it is what it is. So Paige, like, okay, so wait, the People magazine thing, Paige, she brings that up and Page Magazine. He like someone named Dave Quinn. He like works for the magazine's media, whatever. And he was like, actually, like he like put Paige in check because Paige was like, that means Lindsay knew. Lindsay like planned this whole like proposal, this photos to release photos, and he was like, that's like not at all what it is. Like production will get with a magazine company or an outlet company, or maybe get with Carl and say, hey, like give us the photos. And I remember when Amanda got married. Obviously, this is a little bit different but literally, she had within 2 hours of her wedding, like her wedding was still going. People magazine released photos of Amanda's wedding within 2 hours, the professional shots. And I remember Amanda had such beautiful wedding photos. But yeah, so I don't know why Paige is getting triggered.
I think she was saying like you have to contact them at least like 24 hours. Like you have to set something up for them to
Yeah,
be able to
sure. And
release
I'm sure
photos.
Carl did. I mean, they're making
Yeah, like
money off of that.
there's still
Just
one
like
person.
Kyle and
Yeah.
Lindsay did.
There's
So
still
what?
yeah, there's still one person that knows about it. What's the problem here?
Yeah. We also need to talk about Danielle revealing this big fight that happened with Carl and Lindsay that she kept a secret to protect them. You just brought it up in the reunion, and also I'm not sure why we're acting like we haven't seen Lindsay and Carl fight.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't think it's
confused here.
yeah, like okay, you thought they broke up, so what? They broke up now they can't get married? Like that part I didn't understand either.
Danielle came off. I know you're disagreeing. Miserable to me. And again, the fact that she went back and told the girls, like you could tell, they were like, "No, we know you said that. We know you said that." And Danielle was like, "Yeah, like she did say things like," and I'm like, Danielle,
Well,
you really went that far. No, I
after
don't
their
care.
after their fight, and like she knows that there probably is no relationship with Lindsay anymore, okay? Yeah, to make yourself feel like validated, you're gonna say, you know why I like thought it was so weird for them to like move this fast? Like they've gotten in like all these fights. Like she's trying to make herself feel validated that she's a good friend, and she thinks it's odd that
No,
they're
but I'm
moving this
talking about
fast.
like her telling Paige and all of them things that Lindsay said about them.
Oh yeah, that's rude.
It's so messed up as a friend to do that because it's like, Danielle, you were in those conversations, you co-signed it, and you probably presented it to Paige and them. Yeah, by the way, like I obviously co-signed it, but at the time, like I was getting, I was just trying to be a good friend to Lindsay, and they were probably like, "It's fine, Danielle," and then they're all pissed at Lindsay, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I
I wish I wrote
can't."
it down because I forgot, but there was one point I think Bravo asked Lindsay or asked Danielle something about like Lindsay and Carl, and she didn't agree with everyone else. Like she stuck to what she actually believed in. I forgot what it was though. So it's not like she
Girl,
was the
please tell me because I would love to know what that was.
you didn't write it
Find
down?
out.
I'm gonna find
No,
out. But like
because
she
I
didn't because the
didn't
whole time
see
she
that.
wasn't saying like everything that they like if Paige said something, it's not like Danielle was agreeing with it the whole time. She still
No,
has
I
her
mean, that's
own
fine, but Paige said
yeah.
2 things, and when she would say stuff, she said 2 words. Like, was this the episode that she said the job comment?
Yeah.
She was like, or I don't know if it was a preview or it was the episode where
No,
she
no, it
goes,
was the episode. She goes, you guys don't even have jobs.
which, like, Paige, you're an influencer. I mean, like, you guys both do the same thing. They post stuff on social media. You post stuff on social media. You have an Amazon storefront. You're an influencer. So, like, not taking away from that, you can make a lot of money off of that. I mean, you probably make more money than most people, like, on that. But I mean, what?
Yeah,
You
I
know?
was yeah.
That was just like the shade there. I don't understand because like again, I like Paige, but then I don't please like
They for
take
sure did something to about they for sure did something to Craig to her that she was heated.
it doesn't matter though. Regardless, first off, she's dating fucking Craig. The fact that in
I
our
don't know that
confessional,
much. I know, and like I know from the Charleston show, like I don't know that much about him, but I know he was such a mess.
if you saw how he is on the show, like he is a baby and she can't handle that crap. Like she is not about that life. Like he is very much
How
like
does he get girls? I'm so
He
confused.
need I mean, he's, like, pretty good looking, whatever. He
Ew.
needs attention. He is a baby. He lies, like, he is I don't know, he's a fucking mess,
Was he
and
a
I don't
cheater
know if
on
he's
the
a
other show?
yeah, he
Oh
definitely
my
cheated in the
god.
past, like, he's not good peeps at all, like, I am shocked she's with him. The fact that when they were talking about, like, he's like, "I wanna propose to you," and she starts crying, and she's like, "I don't wanna get proposed," and, like,
Yeah.
it's like red flag central because if he's the one, it doesn't matter where you're at in your life. Like you're gonna want to be with a person for the rest of your life, and you don't need to wait.
But I think it's what happened is that like in the beginning of the relationship, you like are so in love or whatever, and you're like, I'll move for you. And then she realized, like, okay, no, I will not move for you.
And he says, "All right, well, like if I
I
have to, I'll
know.
move for you." And I'm like, "Don't do it." Paige, don't let him do it. He will throw that in your face any fight, anytime you want some alone time, anytime you want a break. Like, do not do it. They're not going to last. There's absolutely no way. And again, it's rich seeing her talk about, Lindsay and Carl when she is with Craig. You lose all credentials when you're with Craig. Sorry. But I mean, that's all I got on Summer House. You got anything else?
No, I'm good.
Yeah. So yeah, team Lindsay all the way here.
Nope, Team
Chantel's team
Danielle.
Danielle.
I was gonna like text you last night at like 1 a.m. and say Team Danielle,
Oh my
but my
gosh,
phone
please
was dying.
no. Yeah. Very scary. Get a new charger, boo boo.
I know.
And we will be back. We're gonna since just because like with the reunion and stuff, and Atlanta's been like, we need to wait a little bit for it to get good. We'll be back on Tuesday for part 2 reunion of New Jersey, which is gonna be sigh, it's gonna be really bad, guys. So just
I'm so
be
scared.
prepared. Yeah. But you guys, our work hour is about to start, so we gotta go. So bye guys.
Bye, guys. Oh, wait, subscribe on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes, we're on YouTube. Please, please subscribe. It's very important that you subscribe. It does take a lot of time for us to do these videos. Please subscribe to our videos.
Thank you.
All right. Bye guys. Be sure to check out allabouttrh.com for everything Real Housewives and Bravo TV. And please make sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at allabouttrh podcast.